Nicholas, are you able to tell people what the keys are to crowdfunding, or do you feel that, I know we had talked earlier and you said really you can't tell people how to do it, you just know how to do it yourself?
Yes, you know, it's like, I think it's very personal, and the key for our project, you know, I can talk about what I think we did right, and I know we did a lot of things that were wrong, and the good thing about doing a 3-year campaign, not a 30-day or a 90-day campaign, is that you can try many different things, and that's what we did, you know. Many of them were huge failures, and many of them were successes. What I think is, I mean, the reason I think it's very difficult to advise on how to make a crowdfunding campaign is because I don't think people, in something that is related to film or art, you know, if you're crowdfunding, I don't know, something physical that you are selling, it's like you're selling a product. But if you're talking about something arty, I think people gives you money not because the project, but because of you, something very personal. You know, it's like, I always say we've done 2 films. One of them is The Cosmonaut, which is, you know, a science fiction film, whatever, and the other thing is the story of 3 guys, you know, 3 students willing to make a film, and how we told that story over 3 years with videos and the blog and, you know, everything we spoke about is what made people engage with us and be willing to give us money. And if the project had been about anything else, it would have been the same. That's my guess. I'm not sure, I might be wrong. Maybe everyone loves space and the space race, but, you know, it's kind of, I think it was about, especially the film, but the way we talk about it. So I guess it's you know, the success of a project will depend on the person behind and how good he's able to express himself and to pitch, in a way, pitch the project.
So people are investing in you, not sort of what you filmed, not your project.
I guess some of them invested in the film itself, and actually there is people that doesn't even know who's behind. You know, it happened to us. It's like, okay, the Cosmonaut, I know the Cosmonaut, I know that project, I don't know who you are. Oh, okay, I'm the director, hello. But, you know, I think that comes after. It's like the first people that is going to start talking about you, it's going to do it because they like what you're telling them, or the way you're telling them that. I don't know, I might be wrong. I think it's really difficult, you know. There's been, like, now everyone's doing crowdfunding all the time with 1,000 projects, and not many of them are being a success, which is sad. But I think we are in the beginning of something, you know. It's like something's gonna grow and it needs to adapt. You know, I think we are living a pretty exciting time. And that we have given a huge opportunity as filmmakers to, not only because we have a lot of things that we didn't have like 15 years ago that allow us to make films, which is much cheaper and easier and all that, but because we are in a change of model and a change of how the industry works, you know, at that point where everything changes, which is what happened, you know, when the sound came to film, or when the new Hollywood and the new bag arrived, that they were, you know, changing everything, how it worked, and we are at that point now. I mean, we are at one of those points where we are going to define the next 20 or 30 years of film. I think it's pretty exciting to be there. So related to crowdfunding or Creative Commons or new distribution models or transmedia, I think, you know, we need to be mistaken. We need to just try things and for them to go wrong. We need to have 1,000 failures in crowdfunding to get one success and say, okay, that was the way to go. Or you know, it's like when you have a success in anything, you know, you have a film about magicians and then you have 10 films about magicians, so because, you know, it's a buzz, and probably the only success is going to be the first one because it was the first one, and that's so we need to, you know, keep doing things and keep building and discover what's coming next.